up, YouTube, and welcome back to my channel, Adore Ty. As y'all can see, I am back with another video. And if you are new to my channel, before we get into this video, make sure you hit the subscribe button, because why not? Make sure you hit the subscribe button and the notification bell and leave a like or a comment. And if you aren't already new, you already know what to do. So before we get into this video, I want to make a disclaimer. I am not trying to bash Amazon or their company or anything. I love Amazon and I shop there a lot, so that's that. So let's get into this video. Okay, so I have recently started working at Amazon Workforce about 2 months ago, I think. It's a warehouse. Amazon Workforce warehouse. I work in South Carolina, Columbia. Let's say it's a decent job, but it's not a job for me. Okay. Anyways, this is how it all started. So I went on the Amazon website and I filled out the application. And once I was done with the application, it asked me when I wanted to come in. And I'm like, wait, do I already have the job? What am I coming in for? Type stuff. So it let me pick my schedule and everything. I'm like, oh dang, I already got the job. So it let me pick my schedule, and then it let me choose a date where I could come to their office or whatever, and I guess fill out some paperwork. So I did it in like the next 2 days. Like 2 days after that, that's the day I chose. I do not remember the date, but that's the day I chose. And once I got there, she called me up there. She asked for my name, and then she asked for my ID, my social security card, and then I took a picture for my badge, which is right here. I ain't gonna show you my picture because it's very much ugly, but I took a picture of my badge. This front, this the back. And once I went around the corner, they take they do a mouth swab. So I was kind of shook because I had recently did an edible and I wasn't sure if it was going to show up anything. And when I was done with the mouth swab, the man was like, if it come back clean, then welcome to Amazon. So I'm like, oh, so the drug test is based on you getting a job or not. So the whole time I was shook. I didn't know if I was going to get the job. So a few days later, they emailed me basically saying I got the job, and they told me my start date. So first day come. Because it was me and a group of people. First day come, they take us to a room and give us our badges. We didn't receive our badges at the office. We had to wait and get them, obviously, because we didn't know if we had a job yet after the drug test. So we got there, they gave us our badge, they let us badge in to see how that worked or whatever. They took us into a room and they showed us some PowerPoints, whatever. And then they went around handing us some Amazon bags right here. Handing us Amazon bags. And what were in the bags was a water bottle, which is very much cute. I have not used it. I mean, I don't think I'm going to use it or whatever, but yeah. Then they handed us some cards with some information that we could put on our badge. Like, you just attach them to this right here. I didn't put I put mine on there, then I took them off her because they were uncomfortable. Then they gave us some information or whatever. And then after that was all that was in the bag. Yeah, that was all that was in the bag. So they passed it around, showed us some PowerPoints. They basically told us about what items they receive, what items they don't receive, and they don't receive biohazard items, stuff like that. I think that's what it was saying. Yeah, stuff like that. And then it was telling us about what we're going to be doing, how we're going to be doing it. They passed out some scanners. I can't physically show y'all the scanner, because I mean, why would I bring that home? They wouldn't even let me bring it home. They gonna think I done stole it. But yeah, the scanners. And what more? That was about it. And then they took us around in lines to see the whole facility, and they have 3 floors. So they showed us no, they did not show us each floor. They showed us one floor, because each floor basically looks the same. It's just different sides. They have an east side and they have a west side. They showed us the first floor, they showed us east side, and then they showed us the west side. As we walked around and seen everything, we seen like where they have the items, and like how they have, where they at, how they have them, all type of stuff. Like, I mean, what more can I say? Like the shelves of everything. They showed us the bathrooms. They showed us where the assembly line is. They showed us where the carts, where the totes. They showed us the machines to receive our PPE. And basically our PPE is our badge, and we gotta have the badge on us at all times that we are in the facility, our badge, or outside of the city, like right in front of it, like in like break room type stuff like that. And then they went and took us to get some gloves. I don't have the gloves with me because I don't wear them like that. They're aggravating. And then they took us to get a box cutter. We basically just use the box cutter if we are going to, for example, Z, because they have letters A to Z and numbers running from 1 all the way to 240, 250. I don't know. It's just a lot of numbers. It'd be a lot going on. I'm still learning, but yeah. Basically, when you go to Z is where all the big stuff is. They just got boxes full of stuff like dog food and all that type of stuff, that boxes you have to cut open to get all that stuff out of there, because it's just, some of it still be packed up, and if we need something open, they don't want us to call someone because that's like doing too much. So basically, when we get on that floor, we are on our own. That's it. I mean, yeah, on the floor they have little radios where you can call somebody. Like they have an amp care if you need help, like you're bleeding, you hurt yourself, call amp care. They have problem solvers. If you have a problem with a barcode on an item, anything, you call them. Like they have people you can call, but like if you need help opening something, you basically have to do that yourself. That's what you have a box cutter for, unless it's just something that you cannot do at all. So yeah, that's that. So that was my first day of orientation or whatever. So let's move on to my first day. Let's move on to my first day of work. Okay, y'all. So I chose a schedule of 7 p.m. to 5 a.m. And everyone starts off as a picker. You work 10 hours. And you get 2 breaks and 1 lunch break. Okay? 2 breaks, 1 lunch break. It sounds clutch right now, but it's actually not. So I got there at 7 o'clock p.m. I scanned my badge to clock in, or you can clock in on your phone. They have an app where you can clock in on your phone. I scanned my badge to clock in, and when you scan your badge to clock in, they expect you to be working. Period. They just expect you to be working. Don't let them find you nowhere else, or not even there. They expect you to be there. Like they see all of it in their system. So I grabbed my scanner, and how the scanner work is you have to scan this part of your badge, and then a thing will pop up and ask you what is your position, like what are you supposed to be doing. So I'm a picker, like I said. So I'll click picker, and then it'll give me a floor to go to. So what it's gonna do is, say I'm on floor 3 on the west side. So right now I'm going to the 3rd floor. I'm going all the way back to the Q area, and then on the Q area I'm gonna go all the way back to Q 244. That's how it is. Okay, once I get on aisle 244, on the scanner is going to tell me another letter in the number, and these letters and numbers are on that aisle and are the box or the bin, however you want to call it, is the box or the bin that the item is in. So it'll be like this on the scanner: P3 Q 244 B13. Like when you're on the floor, you get it, because all you got to do is look for the numbers in the letter. But as it is pronounced on the scanner, You have to really, in the beginning, I had to really sit there and think about it. Like, what? Because I didn't know what was the west side from the east side. And there, like, most of the time, it don't tell you what side to go on. You have to be like, okay, these letters are on the east side or these letters are on the west side. I mean, you just have to think about it once you memorize, like, the facility or whatever. So, that's just how it's going to look on the scanner. So, what I have to do is go to that floor, find me a pickup card, and I'm going to show y'all what that is right there. A pickup card. I'm going to find one of those first. Most of them be raggedy. Most of them don't. You want to get you a good one. Sometimes I like to get the ones with the scanner holder because I'm not just going to keep walking around with that scanner in my hand like that. Sometimes I want to sit it down. So most of the times I like to get those pickup cards. And then once you get that, you want to get you a tote. So these yellow totes are anywhere near the assembly line, or I mean they just right there, right beside it. So it's easier for you. You grab the pickup card, you grab the tote, scan a tote, go about your day. Just like that. So I'll grab a tote. Once I get that tote, I'm going to scan the tote to let the people and the scanner know this is the tote I'm going to be putting the items that you send me in. I have to make sure those items are in that particular tote. If not, just know I'm going to mess up something, child. Down there, where they get all the items and all that extra stuff, just know I'm going to mess up something because they're going to be looking for this item and it's not in there, and then it's just going to cause too much confusion. That's why you got to be careful and make sure you're putting that item or the correct item in that particular tote. That's how that works. So I take the tote, I go to that floor on the west side, go to letter Q, 244, go to bin B13, scan that bin first, open the tote, and I'm gonna show y'all what the bins look like. Like on the this is how they look like, and these are the aisles. And like when I say bins, these are what I'm talking about. They're actually just boxes. So first you scan the bin, and the scanner is going to let you know if that bin is the correct bin that you're supposed to be in, or that particular item is supposed to be in. Now, I had one man tell me at the job that the scanner is never wrong. I scan a box, make sure it's the right box. If it's right, it'll make a sound. If it's wrong, it'll make a bad sound. That's loud and aggravating. So you know. And sometimes the screen will become green if it's right, and it'll turn red if it's wrong. So scan the bin, okay, go in the bin. I tell y'all, it's so many items in, like, just different stuff just in there, everywhere, thrown in there. Like, I hate having to dig through all that stuff, like, for real. I hate having to dig through all that stuff just to find one item. You literally have to take everything out to find one item. And y'all, if you don't see the item in there, guess what they expect you to do? They expect you to take everything out of that bin and scan every single item in there to make sure that the item that you can't find is not there. When I tell y'all, it is so much stuff in them bins. Like, who even would, talking about who would, I mean, I have to. That's a part of my job. But like, are you serious? If it's not in this, it's not in there. Most of the time the item do be in there. You just can't find it because you didn't have an idea of what it actually looked like. But most of the time it do be in there. But like, that's just too much. I just feel like if we can't find it, then y'all should go back and look for it. I mean, take everything out of there just to scan it all and then put it back in there after you find one item. I'm telling y'all, it'd be so much stuff. If I could show y'all a picture, I would. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go find one on Google and show y'all what I mean when I say it'd be piles of stuff in there. Stuff y'all order. It'd be piles of stuff in there. We just have to search through it. It'd be a mess. Honestly, it'd be a mess. But I think they do have people that go around and straighten everything up over there. So, back to the story. Once I scan the item, the scanner will tell me if it's the right item or not. Say the item is right, I'll put it in the tote and go about my day. and the scanner will send me a new item. Say if it's wrong, it's gonna make that ugly noise and give me a red screen. I have to search through that bin trying to find it. And if I don't find it, I gotta take everything out of there, scan it, and make sure I can't find it. And if I do not find it, then I just go to the next item. I just put the item missing, go to the next item. So I think y'all got an idea of how picking works. This is what I hate about picking. Say you're on the 3rd floor, you pick about 10 items. After you pick those 10 items, your tote is full. It don't always be full after 10, I'm just saying. Say my tote is full. I enter my tote, that means the tote is full, enter it, and I put it on the assembly line. But it's sometimes when you enter that tote and they will send you to another floor. This is what it'll do now, and it be blowing me. This is what it'll do. Once you go to the 2nd floor, it'll send you to get one item, y'all. Once you pick that one item, it'll send you right back to the 3rd floor. When I tell you that blows me, I'm required to do this walking and pick these items for y'all. But if y'all not gonna send me up and down like that, when I tell y'all walking up the 1st floor, then the 2nd floor, then the 3rd floor, just to get to the 3rd floor be killing my legs, I'm talking about I be having to stop. Cause no ma'am. No, seriously. My legs be hurting for real. Back to our brakes. I'm not a fan of these brakes because I just feel like they are not enough. And once I tell y'all, y'all may feel the same way, y'all might not. But let me just tell y'all. So, and this is the little brake card right here. So I'm gonna just tell y'all how they work. So I come in at 7 o'clock, like I said. My first break is 20 minutes. And it's at 8:40, okay? And it end at 9 o'clock. 20 minutes. And this break is scan to scan. What scan to scan is, at 8:40, they want you to scan your last item to let them know that you have scanned your last item and you're about to go to break. So you scan your last item, put it on the assembly line, and go to your break. They want you to be back at 9 o'clock, exactly at 9 o'clock, or they're going to say you late. They want you to be back exactly at 9 o'clock to scan your next item in to let them know that you are back from break. The scanner sometimes send us to the 3rd floor, right? You got to walk up 3 sets of stairs, right? You have to go find a cart. Mind you, about 300 people pick on my shift. So you have to go find a cart, get a tote, and go find what aisle, what letter and number, what aisle you have to be on to scan your item, right? Now y'all know it take a minute for you to walk up those stairs and find a cart and walk to the aisle that your item is on, and then look for the item in that box of junk. Okay, it's like, what? If I want to do all that before 9 o'clock, I have to get off my 20-minute break early. I have to be back at 8:55 after I just went on break at 8:40. I have to be back at 8:55 because it actually takes you 5 minutes to get back on the floor, get a scanner, go to that floor, find a pickup cart, get a tote, scan a tote, go find the item, dig through that stuff, and you actually have to find an item. Matter of fact, I skipped one. Go to that aisle, then go to that bin, then look for that item. Like, that's about 8 minutes. So our 20 minutes aren't actually 20-minute breaks. They're like 10 or 15. It's just not enough. It's not enough, okay? It's not enough. And on this 20-minute break, people most likely just get something to drink. You can't really do nothing. You can't really do nothing. You can sit down and rest your little bag and have to get right back up. It's just too much. Next, our lunch break is only 30 minutes. 30-minute lunch breaks, I've never been a fan of 30-minute lunch breaks because, like, you really gonna tell me I gotta eat my food in 30 minutes? I'm a slow eater. So you really gonna tell me I gotta sit here and eat my food in 30 minutes and then come back to your job? Okay, it's just not enough time for me. For me, not for anyone else. For me, it's just not enough time. And then your third break is 20 minutes. I ain't even telling y'all the times. I mean, it really don't matter. But if y'all wanted to know, I came at 7 o'clock. And then my lunch break, not my first just little 20-minute break. My lunch break is at 12 o'clock and at 12:30, obviously. And then my last 20-minute break. So I get 2 20s and 1:30. My last 20-minute break is at 2:40 and ends at 3 o'clock. Scan, like I just said. But actually, they're great. Like, they have a lunchroom for us. They got all type of vending machines. They got little meals in there you can warm up. They got made little sandwiches, chips, candy. I mean, all type of drinks. It's just real nice in there. They got lockers for us. Y'all probably wonder, what they get paid? But so, Amazon, well, I don't know about other people working in there, but pickers are paid $15 an hour. Like I said, we work 10 hours and we only work 4 days, off 3 days. Why? Because we work 10 hours. So that's 40 hours a week. And we get paid every week. And like I told you, I work overnight. I work 7 to 5, 5:30 in the morning. So we get a shift differential pay. Overnight gets paid $16.15. I think they get paid like $1.15 more. That's about right. Yeah, I know I get paid $16. I just don't know the correct cent. Either way, it's $16, just a little bit of change. And how this PTO works is they give you like 2 to 3 hours of PTO every time you get paid. You can use it or lose it. They'll give you some and they'll expect you to use it, and then they'll end up taking it. Use it or lose it. So I try to use mine. Like, if you want to leave early, you can leave early. Just put your PTO in. And then they also have unpaid time for when you're out of PTO, but you have an emergency and you need to go home. So instead of using your PTO, you'll use your unpaid, your UPT. PTO is paid time off, by the way. UPT is unpaid time. Unpaid time off. So you can use your UPT. You just won't get paid for those hours you miss. And how the vacation times work, you get like, I think you get like 1 every paycheck. Pooh. I just know I'm using when I get a decent amount. That's how they work. They have great benefits. I'm not doing benefits right now, but I plan to sign up later on. It's a good job, y'all. It is a good job. It's just not for me, I don't think. Like, it's a lot of walking. And they don't want you to sit down. They don't want you on your phone, but we can have them on the floor in case of emergencies. But y'all know we be on our phones, child. Who not? They don't want you to have headphones, but most people wear them anyway, because I mean, this is boring just walking around like you shopping at a grocery store constantly. Like, you telling me I can't put no music in my ears? And a lot of people don't communicate there like that. Like, I promise you, you just walk around pushing your cart. No headphones, no phone, scan, get your item, just that's the entire thing. And it's boring. So I don't see why you can't have headphones. I wear headphones most of the time because it make the day go by faster. It give you something to do. Like, it make it flow better. It make the time go fast. Basically, that is it for today's video. I told y'all everything about Amazon that I could. That's just how I feel about it so far. Great company. I actually recommend this job. Even if you like want to work at Amazon and you don't stay in Columbia, like I don't stay in Columbia. Actually, I stay in Augusta, Georgia. So that's an hour away from me. That's an hour that I have to drive to Columbia. But my sister stay in Columbia, so I stay with her my 4 days. And after my 4th day, I go home. And then after those 3 days, I'll go back to my sister's crib. It's just a lot of back and forth for me right now. And the fact that I'm in college, and it's just a lot for me right now. But I'm doing it. because we gotta get this money, period. I ain't gonna hold up no more of y'all time. Thank you for watching this video because I enjoyed doing this video. So without further ado, like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.